Hello, my ladies and pretty gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Look What Is Happening in the Spiritual Realm with yours truly, Light. Today, I've got a very positive message for those of you who've been bickering in the comment sections about, oh my god, you need help, there's no positive messages. I give the messages as I hear them or read them, and I usually hear them. But today, I've got a message, a very positive one, so sit back, happy Saturday. What I'm hearing is that you shouldn't have been too quick to judge. And I'm going to leave that there first before I get into the message. There is some kind of energy here that doesn't really care so much so about what they can get out of a situation more than they would care about their integrity and the path that they're taking within themselves. This is a very emotionally in tune, spiritually cultivated energy that I'm picking up on. And there's some kind of intersection here between you and this person. I'm getting very much new energy, and I'm not sure what it is. It could be a friendship, it could be some kind of partnership or something more. Excuse me, I had pancakes. But what I'm hearing is that the two of you have dealt with something very much internally and have done really, really good work and hard work, might I add, to let the past go. Some really difficult situations, let the past go, and you've done it in very creative ways. And this energy that I'm picking up on is somebody that's kind of externalizing their internal shamanic path. I am not an expert about that, but a long time ago, somebody handed me a book that was called The Journey of the Shambhala. And I briefly went through that book, and when I was reading this energy, that is the kind of energy that I picked up on. This is someone who is taking a higher path. And you're doing the same, although the way that you're expressing it is very different. You could be more externalized. And this is someone who is just coming out of hermit mode. That's what I heard. So I get an energy here of a separate energy that kind of feels sorry for themselves. And I feel like this is someone who may have made judgments about you very soon in the game. And I'm not sure exactly what the motivations behind it is, because it could be very, very different for everyone. But they're kind of feeling sorry for themselves because either A, they walked away from some kind of situation before getting to the bottom of it, getting to the truth of it, or using that situation the way it was inherently meant to be used as a reflective background for them to more critically internalized certain aspects of themselves that they needed to see, but they did not. And I feel like this is a positive thing, because whoever this person is, it's a third party kind of energy, however that resonates. They're healing their aspect, but I'm not going to get into that too much today because I want to stay into course here about this energy that I picked up on. But that person is kind of facing the music. This is what I heard. Facing the music about some type of partnership that they were using to their own advantage. I feel like this is someone who is very much abusive in some kind of relationship, or very much selfish and self-centered, and did it so in a very critical kind of way, in a very calculated kind of way. And whatever it is that you're doing, I feel like some of you are standing on business in some fashion, that some people that might misinterpret you are seeing it in a very harsh way, like you're making really harsh, sudden judgments about people. And it's sending like a shockwave and creating like a lot of voices that are clashing amongst each other as to how to see you exactly. But in a very, very positive way, that's actually clear cutting a path for you in the spirit realm, where the people that are meant for you, or the person that is meant for you, is able to see you through past every single crowd. Whatever voice there is, whatever weird energy there is they're going to be able to cut and dry see you because you are standing authentically, regardless of the judgments or the pressure that's coming from the outside. You're standing in a very confident way right now. And if it's resonating, Spirit's saying keep standing there, because yes, judgments are going to be passed, but it's more so a competitive effort. And I feel like for some of you, this is from friends and family that you're receiving a lot of critical judgment from, as opposed to from lovers or from exes, because they're way too intimidated with you to actually face the music. And I feel like a lot of them could be avoiding you because in your presence, it's going to be blatant. Everything that they need to say about themselves is going to be so blatant that they're actually more comfortable avoiding you and, you know, saying a couple of words here and there, planting seeds here and there, you know, if they're that insecure. But others are kind of watching on the sidelines, feeling sorry for themselves. And these are people that you may have let go of, where they kind of judged you right off the bat. All that being said, there is a spiritual alignment happening here between you and, I want to say, someone that's, again, I'm getting like that, you know, spiritually aware, in tune kind of energy that's on your frequency. But let me get deeper into this message, because briefly I heard something that I'm going to add towards the end of the video, because I don't want this to be complicated. All I'm hearing is that you're manifesting some kind of energy that matches you. And somebody needs to hear this, because last year or the year before that, sometime around like turn of seasons, right? There could have been situations that were left very much ambiguous in your life, between people, friendships, whatever you want to consider it. And certain truths could have been hidden from you, certain information that you should have known could have been hidden from you. And I'm getting that Spirit was kind of using that to center you back into yourself, because some of you could have been fighting for people that you would have been an emotional crutch for, meaning all the ways that they treated you, either prematurely, that was a service to you. And it may not have seemed like it at the time, but this is something that you're consolidating. This is something that you're beginning to see and realize. These energies, they were able to be influenced because they're emotionally immature. And there was nothing that you could have done about certain situations with people who wanted to see you in a specific light, and nothing you could have said or done would have convinced them. And I'm saying, if the situation was perfect, in terms of like perfect to the point where you believe if that happened, the perfect situation, that things would have been right, even in that circumstance, you had dodged a bullet, is what Spirit is saying, because you would have been dealing with people who would use you as an emotional bank. They would drain you eventually of your life force energy and be vampiric, no matter how they presented. Because that is the cycle. We've been talking about this the last video and the video before that. That is that cycle that's coming to a close, and it's reaching all the way back to the situations that you've grown accustomed when growing up, like how you relate with others. I'm not going to get into that because I'm not going to be a therapist on here right now. Just going to go and get the point. Who you are, so as you've dealt with this, right, and a lot of you have made, like I said, stern decisions, kind of King of Swords, Queen of Swords energy, where you're all about business. You're not afraid to actually do the hard thing and cut people off, cut situations off that are just not beneficial to you, even when people around you don't see it and even go ahead and challenge you with it. And I'm getting a lot of people on your tail. This is what the kind of energy that I picked up on. There's a lot of people on your tail. And some are silent bystanders, watchers. Some are people who are kind of waiting for an opportunity to slip in and to show you who's boss. And for some of you, if you've dealt with an NPD person, this is someone who has watched all their efforts fail to reach you. either through flying monkeys or whatever the case. And they've kind of reached that dead end because what they want to see is to pull you back in and give you a perspective of themselves, like, I'm doing good, like, I'm doing great, everything has been good. You know, I did go through a rough patch there for a little bit, but now I've got my stuff together, and yeah, I need to, like, discard you. That is the kind of energy I'm picking up on. But these are people who are desperate. I'm thirsty. I need that to be said. Thirsty. They're fronting so bad because you're doing the actual inner work. They're not. Don't be fooled by people who are externalizing and shining their external shell, because that is what people are doing around you a lot of the times when it comes to you breaking these cycles and curses, or whatever you want to call them. I hate the word curse, but cycles. When you're cutting yourself away, that sense of doubt that you feel sometimes, or that sense of like, why am I being challenged? Like, did I do the right thing? Da, 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 da. That is witchcraft. That is talking craft. That is people trying to imbue you with a sense of doubt. Trust your intuition and your path. You're the one who knows what's best. So they're fronting is what I'm hearing. There's a lot of people on your tail who are fronting badly, and they're hoping, like bated breaths, that they will be worth the wait, that if they wait long enough, that something would change for them with you, but you're just getting further and further and further away. And as they realize that they're not the prize, what is happening is that they're trying to go out of their way to create situations that would make it difficult for you to see progress in your life. But that's not working either. So what these people are facing right now is a dead end. And as that's happening, right, because we're talking about several energies here, please place it where it belongs. You are correct to be positively expectant, because right now, some of you are dealing with that energy of like, okay, so what now? Like, what now? Like, but you don't understand the kind of focus that that's putting you in. It's making you very receptive, and I'm getting the sense of like spirit saying, don't be afraid to imagine and to manifest, because things that are coming into your life right now are not dead ends. Like, they're not dead ends, especially if you've done the work, right? If you haven't done the work, then that's not for you. Then you're going to be faced with more work. But if you've done the work and you've integrated these parts, right, you're going to be facing circumstances that are absolutely phenomenal. And I'm getting, like, specifically for someone, this shamanic energy that I picked up on, who is coming out of like hermit mode. This is a person who is going to spot your voice and your frequency from a crowd of people wearing your mask. Like, they're not going to be fooled is what I'm getting. Like, this is an energy, just like you're not going to be fooled anymore. They're not going to be fooled, and you're manifesting this in the 5D. That's the kind of energy I got in your dream world, in your dream sphere. And for some of you, there is a supporting character here for this to be anchored. And this could be like a family, somebody passed on, somebody like from, if you see them in a dream, they're showing up as an old friend or something like that. But that's a spirit that's like in support or in cahoots to deliver these messages and to sort of show you the differentiators of people around you. And I want to say this right now. If you're getting a message in your dream about someone and you hear or you see them speaking to somebody in your life that you've cut off that you know, it could be talking about you needing to look at the similarities in those energies, because your subconscious can be very direct. It could be a direct communicator, but it's communicating in terms of energy as opposed to just specifically that person. So that needs to be said right now. But whoever this energy is walking in this path, what I heard was that they're coming out of hermit mode. And they're a little bit aggressive. There's something aggressive about this energy in terms of, I don't want to say competing, but in terms of like not standing for any BS in their way. especially around you or in this world in general. And this could be like a mentor of some sort. I'm not sure. This could be a mentor. But what I'm hearing is that this is something that's almost taking place overnight in like a, what they call in the spirit world, like a quantum leap, where you have this aha epiphany kind of moment of a reality that you no longer want to deal with, and you immediately kind of shift gears and you start walking into that new world, into that new manifestation that you want to anchor. And that's where you meet this energy. That's what I'm getting. And for a lot of you, you've done that, and this is what's happening. It's almost feeling like a dream or something that you could have concocted as you daydream, like Seven of Cups energy. So what I'm hearing is that for some of you, you were a trigger for this person's journey at one point. And I don't know if you've even noticed it. Maybe it was like somebody like you, but who, or it was you in general, or someone like you, or a situation like yours triggered this person into retreating. Because maybe they had all the makeup for the person that they are now, but they weren't really walking in their power because I don't think they had people to challenge them in that way, or they wanted somebody or something as much as they do now. And for a lot of you, it's not who you expect it is. I know this keeps coming up, but like, that's why you're being told to dream bigger or to expand your viewpoint and kind of be prepared for new unexpected changes that are positive for you. And it could be challenging. I'm getting for some of you that having something positive and great and not a dead end is actually more challenging than dealing with bullshit, because like you've grown accustomed to that. But this quantum shift, this leap that you've done, you're playing in a new ball game. Like you're playing in a new game right now. And the methods, the tools that you've used in the past aren't going to be needed anymore. That's what I'm hearing. And this person felt like at one point, maybe you didn't see them, or they didn't, like, maybe you didn't see them, or they wanted to be seen deeper by you. They wanted to be seen in a different way. Like they wanted to be all they are, all they can be for you. I'm sorry. I don't have anything against love, okay? But what I'm hearing is that whoever this is, they don't want to risk it. Like that's what I'm hearing. That there's this risky element and they don't want to risk it because I had risk it together biscuit. Oh God. Oh, okay. They want to heal emotionally. Like you put somebody to work. I just want you to say, I want you to sit down and know this. You put somebody to work in a most positive, highest timeline kind of way. And you're both reaping the benefit of each other's work. Like this is someone on your equal playing field. And they don't want to risk losing you. That's what I'm getting. Like they don't want to risk losing you because they're playing a game. They don't want to do that. And anyways, I got a timeline here, a spring by March or something that should have kind of happened either in November or October. For some of you, it's going to be November, October, but some kind of information, some kind of like upgrade or update that you needed to receive, either communication wise or a change in location, a change in something that you were supposed to begin to see the fruits of. It's going to take place in the spring or a turn of a season, something around the turn of a season. And whoever this is, though, back then, there was something logical about them. There was something to the fact of like, I need to make this like business related. I need to make this work in terms of like, what am I going to get tangibly out of this person? But now they've changed their tune completely. It's like, I want to romanticize this energy. I want to give to this person in a lovey-dovey kind of way and do it in a way that lasts. So it's like the cup has been reversed. And now we're dealing with a foundation that's starting off in a very stable way. It's not starting off from what can I use this person for? It's starting off from how can I be in integrity with what is right for not just me, but for you and everyone else involved. This is a very positive thing, you know, and I don't know if you drink wine or something. I don't, like, or drink tea or something. Like, treat yourself. That's what I'm getting. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Because you've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. Something like that's happening. So anyway, with that being said, yeah, that's it. Until next time, as always, I don't reach out. Those are scammers. In the comment section, they're scammers. Everything you need to know is in the description box down below. My email for readings, my book, Sad Girl, and look out for my second book, which is going to come out soon. Until then, I have my Instagram poetry page, and check out my threads for little tweets of spiritual explosion. Until next time, ciao.